Next question. Why are some substances biodegradable and some are non-biodegradable? You know that some substances which are degraded and broken down into simpler substances by microorganisms. Microorganisms cannot eat all the substances in the world, so they can eat only biodegradable substances. Okay, so they are called as biodegradable substances. For example, like cotton, wood, paper, food, wool, etc. Next, substances mainly which is made up of human or a man-made, that do not degraded but degraded or broken down into simpler substances by the action of microorganisms. Okay, by the action of enzymes which is secreted by the microorganisms. So these are called as non-biodegradable substances. So best example you can give plastic, polythene and DDT. Okay, these are non-biodegradable substances. Next question. Give any two ways which biodegradable substances would affect the environment. So biodegradable substances, how does it affect? We have already discussed. So during decomposition process, it may produce some foul smell and harmful gases. It will cause irritation or allergy in the people nearby it. Next, during decomposition, it provides a breeding ground for mosquitoes, insects, and other microorganisms which are responsible for some of the diseases like cholera, diarrhea, or malaria, like this. Next question. Give any two ways in which non-biodegradable substances would affect the environment. How these non-biodegradable substances will affect the environment. So chemicals like BHC and DDT. Okay, so these are called as carcinoma. So carcinoma nothing but, so these are cancer causing agents. Okay, carcinogenic or cancer causing agents. So and it will cause the tumors nothing but a cancer. Next, handling of waste materials may cause skin, respiratory and intestinal infections. Sometimes if any non-biodegradable substances if enter our body, it may cause respiratory or intestinal infections. And non-biodegradable substances do not decompose very easily in the soil, and so it produces land and it creates a land and water pollution. So this is about the question number 3. Next question. What is the role of decomposers in the ecosystem? Okay, decomposers means these are the substances which break down the complex substances into simpler substances, right? So these decomposers are microorganisms, especially fungi and bacteria. These decomposers are microorganisms that act on the dead and decaying organisms, dead and decaying bodies of the producers or consumers, and it will break complex substances, complex inorganic substances into simple inorganic substances. So this they absorb some of the substances. Okay, they will absorb some of the substances from it, and they'll release rest into the environment, and it will be recycled and it is used by the producers. Suppose if any animal is dead, so all the new some bacteria will act on it, and remaining it will be absorbed by the soil. So from the soil it is absorbed by the plants. Plants are nothing but producers. Thus decomposers have a key role in cycling of materials in the biosphere, and they'll provide the raw materials to the producers. So in this way they make their soil fertile. So this is about the next question. Next question. What is ozone and how does it affect any ecosystem? Okay, you know that ozone is a triatomic molecule of oxygen. It is made up of 3 atoms. Its molecular formula is O3. It is a very deadly poisonous, but it is not present on the surface of the earth. Lucky it is present on the higher levels of the atmosphere. So here ozone performs a very essential function. So because it is protecting the surface of the earth from ultraviolet radiations from the sun reaching the earth. Okay, so these radiations are highly damaging to the organisms. For example, if this rays falls on the skin, it will definitely causes skin cancers, and if it falls on the eyes, it will cause cataract. and it will also reduce the immunity in the human beings, and it also affects the it also destroys plants and reduces the photosynthetic processes. And how can you, this is about ozone, and how does it affect. Next question, how can you help in reducing the problem of waste disposal? Give any two methods. So, how can we reduce the problem of waste disposal? One is minimizing the usage of disposable items like single use plastics, like this. So, we can use it in a minimum way. Okay, by minimizing the use of disposable items and promoting the use of recycled articles. Okay, so we have to promote recycling some of the articles like plastic, we can, paper, we can recycle it, and even some metals are also recyclable. Next, separating biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste before dumping them. So it is, if we people as a citizen, so if we separate biodegradable and non-biodegradable substances, it will be easy for the municipality to recycle, or so to manage the disposal. Next is recycling the non-biodegradable waste materials. So some of the materials like plastic, especially plastic bottles, these are all can be recycled. So by following all these things, we can manage the waste disposal. So this is about the chapter Our Environment Revision. I hope all of you have understood. So please read the chapter very well and write well.